Welcome to BOJTV's Trending News. For top stories in local, regional and international news, along with sports and local weather forecast, I'm Carla. Coming up in our local trending news, no dengue outbreak, says Health Minister. Firearm and ammunition seized in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Suspected suicide in Mount Ogle, St. Andrew. Opposition leader wants a true level playing field for small and medium-sized enterprises, and 44 foreigners granted Jamaican citizenship. Now the news. Minister of Health and Wellness Dr. Christopher Tufton has assured the country that despite reports, there is currently no outbreak of dengue fever on the island. Dr. Tufton was addressing the official launch of the Compassionate Care Program at the Noel Holmes Hospital in Lucy, Hanover on Thursday. Since January of this year, when we had the dengue outbreak when it peaked, we have seen a steady decline over those months into May of this year, when we had the last month data, which was below outbreak status or threshold. So there is no dengue outbreak, the minister emphasized. The minister said that during the hurricane season, the government will embark on a number of programs, including a public education initiative to raise awareness about mosquito breeding sites. A team of officers assigned to the St. Catherine North Police Division seized one 12-gauge shotgun along with one round of ammunition during an operation on the Spanish Town bypass in the parish on Thursday. Reports on the Spanish Town police are that about 11:30 a.m., lawmen were in the area when a premises was searched and one surefire 12-gauge shotgun was found in bushes. No one was arrested in relation to this seizure. Investigations continue. 27-year-old Jermaine Mackenzie, an electrician of Mount Ogle, St. Andrew, is suspected to have committed suicide at his home on Thursday. Reports from the Constant Spring police are that about 6 a.m. it is alleged that he and his common-law wife got into an altercation and shortly after he hanged himself. The police were alerted and on their arrival Mackenzie was seen hanging in his house by an electrical cord that was tied to his neck. The scene was processed and the body removed to the morgue. The leader of the opposition and president of the People's National Party, the PNP, Dr. Peter Phillips, has proposed the creation of a national strategic plan involving both private and public sector commitments and targets to ensure that Jamaica reaps full benefit from digital transformation. Addressing the annual Mona School of Business and Management Roundtable CEO Breakfast Forum at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel, Dr. Phillips said for Jamaica to realize these benefits, a new PNP government would lead this effort by bringing small and medium-sized enterprises into the digital age through a number of deliberate actions. Allowing the situation to evolve freely was not good enough. Among the action the opposition leader proposed were enhancing access to credit and lowering access cost to CME, offering business advisory services so that more CMEs could embrace digital technology, speeding up public sector transformation as business competitiveness and ease were being hampered by government inefficiency, and formalizing land ownership, particularly agricultural lands. Embracing the application of digital technological advance in the educational sector, especially in the delivery of new teaching and evolution methods and techniques. We have to catch up with the rest of the world. He said these proposals would ensure that small and medium-sized enterprises accept the new environment of ecology of digital transformation. An additional 44 foreigners living in Jamaica were on Thursday, June 27, granted citizenship by the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency PICA. They were presented with their certificates and other documents during PICA's fourth swearing-in ceremony for candidates held at the Knutsford Court Hotel in New Kingston. The group comprises 19 women, 17 men and 8 children from 17 countries including Antigua and Barbuda, Canada, Australia, Cuba, Guyana, Haiti, Hong Kong, India, Nigeria, Philippines, Russia, Trinidad and Tobago, Ukraine, Uganda, United Kingdom, United States of America and Venezuela. 9 of the recipients are descendants of Jamaicans. 20 have been granted citizenship by virtue of being married to Jamaicans. 11 are from Commonwealth countries. 1 individual has attained citizenship by naturalization, while 3 minors have been registered as citizens. PICA's Chief Executive Officer Andrew Winter said the ceremony brings to life the national motto "Out of many, one people," adding that as of Thursday, new citizens will enjoy the rights and privileges of born Jamaicans. He noted that acquiring citizenship is a special, as it is one of the highest honors that a country can give to a person who does not have a birthright, and as such it is to be treated with respect and deeply appreciated. Those were the top stories making local trending news. Now join us for news from across the region, as well as our international story, sports and local weather forecast. From across the region, Cuba is to allow independent filmmakers to legally produce their own movies as of August, giving a major boost to directors and producers who have long operated in a legal grey area. A decree published by the one-party communist state on Thursday said that as of August 23, a new law will approve the figure of the audiovisual and cinematographic creator as an independent artist. It said the legislation of independent filmmakers would guarantee the quality of production and take advantage of the resources that the country uses in the development of these activities. In international news, U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi on Thursday bowed to pressure from Trump's report to $6 billion in emergency to swelling migrant crisis on the nation's southern border. One day after the Senate passed the administration-backed measure, the House of Representatives followed suit with a bipartisan vote of 305 to 102 that sends the bill to the president's desk. The emergency money would provide a much-needed financial injection to facilities along the U.S.-Mexico border amid a growing crisis that has seen migrant children housed in squalid conditions, sometimes with no soap, toothpaste or showers, little adult supervision and insufficient food. The measure funds agencies like the Department of Homeland Security and the Health and Human Services Department, which have been overwhelmed by an influx of migrants, mostly from Central America, arriving at the southern border. Over in our sporting report, skipper Virat Kohli's half-century and an incisive bowling performance powered India to a comprehensive 125-run win over West Indies yesterday, all but assuring them of a spot in the World Cup semi-finals. Kohli top-scored with 72 to lay the foundation for India's 268 for 7 after electing to bat first at Manchester's Old Trafford. The Indian bowlers, led by paceman Mohammad Shami, then dismissed West Indies for 143 in 34.2 overs to end the West Indies' hope of progressing. The Jamaica Athletics Administrative Association, the JAA's, has met and ruled that former national champion Daniel Williams will not be allowed to represent the country at this year's IAAF World Athletics Championship in Qatar. At the country's national trials on Saturday, Williams, 2015 world champion, was ruled to have false started and was ordered ejected from the women's 100-meter hurdles event. Williams mounted an immediate protest, delaying the running of the event. When the event was eventually run, Janique Brown, the fastest woman in the country over the distance this year, was the only athlete to complete the race. There was allegedly a faulty start on the second occasion, but the women were not to run again, with the understanding that a decision on how the team for the event would be selected happen at a later date. Initially, it had been rumored that the race would have been rerun this week, but a release from the JAA's says that would not have been feasible. Furthermore, the release read that since the IAAF Certified Start Information System (SIS) was in working order at the event, the starter who insisted that Williams be ejected had acted appropriately. That finding means that Williams will remain ineligible in keeping with the decision of the starter on the night. Williams will not be considered when the JAA's takes a look at the IAAF ranking of the athletes who had intended to compete in the trial event. As of August 16, 2019, those rankings will be what the JAA's uses to decide which 3 athletes will make the trip to Doha. On your local weather forecast, insignificant feature, a trough across Jamaica. The trough is expected to drift to the west and away from the island by this evening. Thereafter, a high pressure ridge is expected to slowly build across the region and will become the dominant feature. Expect windy conditions beginning this afternoon due to a low-level jet stream across the central Caribbean. The forecast for this morning will see partly cloudy skies across some sections of eastern parishes, mainly sunny elsewhere. During the afternoon, isolated showers and thunderstorms, mainly across central and western parishes. It will be windy along coastal areas of southern parishes. Tonight, partly cloudy. Maximum temperature expected for Kingston as well as Montego Bay today is 33 degrees Celsius. That was BOJTV's Trending News, your top local, regional and international stories, as well as a sport report and weather forecast. Until next time, I'm Carla. Thanks for watching. Audio Jungle.